Are you recording on everything?
All right, we just had some technical difficulties, but welcome to episode 30. And I am Zach. This is my sister-in-law, Amy, and we are legally friends. We've been doing it for about 6 months now, and yeah, I'm surprised we still like each other after all this time, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like, I was a little nervous that maybe we would get in some fights over the podcast. I was actually nervous that I would start to get really bugged with you because you weren't going to be like responsive or you weren't going to want to keep doing it. You know what I mean? But you've actually been great, surprisingly. You've been really good.
Way to think the worst of me, you douche.
No. It's just because of our experience with like Glow. But that was because you guys just kind of got over the product and weren't really into it anymore. And so I got frustrated because you guys, like, even Megan wouldn't respond or post about it, you know? And so I was like, oh, is Amy going to go back to that way, or is she going to be great? And you've been great. But
no, I like doing the pod.
the pod is fun. I actually genuinely do like doing it. But
I do too.
Anyway, welcome back. Episode 30. Last week you came to Dallas, and that was fun. We had a good time.
It was fun.
I
had a really good time.
Tell me what you thought of Dallas. How did it go?
Well, I love Dallas, and I love when I go because then I get to do my Southern accent, which I'm still working on. We're still like perfecting a little bit, but
it's got a lot of work.
I loved it.
A lot of work.
I actually think I'm pretty good at it.
Who's ever told you you're good at this?
Multiple people.
Okay, name one.
Well, I can't because I don't know their names. It's like when I travel, I like become a new person, and it's like, hi, I'm Amy Grace. I'm from Savannah, Georgia.
Amy Grace?
Yeah, because everybody in the South, their middle name is Grace.
Okay.
And they always go by Amy Grace.
That is like true.
First and middle name.
I mean, that's not true, but I have met a couple people that do that. But anyway.
It's like Isla Rose, Amy Grace.
Yep. Okay, I got
Jamie Lynn.
Yep.
Anyway, so it's like, hi, I'm Amy Grace. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. I'm 28 years old, and I love horses.
Thank you, Amy Grace.
So, yeah.
Please don't tell me you can do that.
I love Dallas.
Are you going to do this the whole podcast?
I kind of want to because I really just like, I want an accent. And like,
you do.
Now that I'm in like
you have the Utah accent.
No, the Utah accent is so ugly. I think the Southern accent is so cute. So anytime I travel, I become like Southern.
Maybe this
because it's like Southern, then British. Those are really my only two accents that I'm like decent at. So, yeah.
Maybe the Southern accent will help you get a guy.
Maybe that's what I've been missing.
Yeah. Maybe if you just whip that out randomly on a date in Provo, just whip out the Southern accent when you first introduce yourself.
I can be like Shannon when she is talking to somebody who has a Southern accent. She'll be like, hold on, okay. She'll be like, hi, I'm Shannon. Yes, we're from Draper, Utah. And my daughter actually just bought a couple horses. So we know nothing about horses, but like we're getting into it and she loves it. And I'm like, you just adopted their accent in the middle of your sentence. And she's like, and then she'll keep it for like a day or two.
Yeah.
And then she'll ease out of it. But so yeah, maybe on my dates, I can just like all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord. God bless y'all.
What? I like genuinely, if I was going on a date with someone, just thinking back to dating, and for like example, blind date. Oh, my friend's, setting me up. We go on a double date. Yeah, this girl's from like Draper, Utah. Like she's really nice. Show up and you pull out that accent. I'd be like, what is happening? Is like this girl mentally
You know what?
stable? Is she there?
For the plot, I'm going to go on a date and I'm going to have an accent and they're going to be like, where are you from? And I'm going to be like, what are you talking about? I'm from Draper, Utah. And they're going to be like, what?
You actually need to do that. That'd be super funny.
No, like, I will return and report next week. I'm going to do that.
Please do.
I've already decided. I think it would be so funny.
But I feel like that's something you got to do in a group date. Like on a single one-on-one, like people might think you're genuinely crazy.
Well, that's fine if they think I'm genuinely crazy. Maybe it'll be like a good, like, oh, that was funny.
Little icebreaker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then they're going to be like, wait, but you have a Southern accent. I'll be like, no, I don't. What are you talking about? Or I'll be like, oh, every summer I lived in Savannah, Georgia, so I kind of have an accent. It goes in and out in case I like forget to do it. I'm like, it goes in and out. It's normal.
Wait, you know what this reminds me of is Just Go With It. When his daughter,
oh my gosh, yes,
she commits to the accent and has to do it the entire movie. Yeah, that's funny.
Kiki D.
Kiki D.
I watched that the other day.
That is like, if you're in a bad mood or something, like that is the most comforting, best movie ever.
And Dolph is like German.
Yes.
And he's a sheep trafficker or whatever.
That is so funny. Yeah, you should do that.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some dates lined up. I'm gonna do like 3.
Okay, but what if like you go on the date and you commit to it the entire time, you have this whole story, and then you guys like actually like each other? Like, what are you gonna do? You just gonna carry it on the rest of your life? Like,
yeah, and then it'll just become second nature. And then what I really want, I want my kids to have like this really cute Southern accent and be like Mima and Papa and Mama. Like, I think that would be so cute.
no, this would be amazing. This is what you got to do. Go on the date. Keep going with the accent. Invite them over for dinner for a second date. All the sisters and your mom would 100% be doing the accent too.
All in the Southern accent, and he would be like, what is wrong with these ladies?
Oh, because all the accents would be so inconsistent too. Like, no one would sound the same.
No, me, Shannon, and Rachel are all pretty solid. The one who really sucks at it is Emily.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Emily is not good with accents. In fact, when we were in London like 2 or 3 years ago, we went to Borough Market and I had an accent. Hold on. I gotta get out of the Southern and I gotta transform into my British. Hold on.
You're not going to be able to do it.
So we were in Borough Market and I was like, can I get a cheese toastie, please? And the guy didn't say anything to me. He was like, yeah, sure, I'll get you a cheese toastie. And then Emily comes up and she tries to do a British accent. And somehow it always goes like real bad Southern. Mm-hmm. And she's like, honestly, I can't even do it. But the way that the cheese toastie guy looked at her, he was like, he literally was like, what is that? Like, what is that sound coming out of it? And she was like, you don't think my accent's good? And he was like, no, like 0 out of 10. And I was like, hey, what was my accent? And he was like, yours was like an 8 out of 10.
That's a compliment.
I was like, could you tell it was an accent? And he was like, at first, no, but then like the longer your sentence went on,
yeah,
that's what like the worse it got.
Yeah. No, Emily, and also you wouldn't be able to invite her to that dinner if you had this whole plot going, because she would ruin it in like the first 5 seconds. She would just start laughing.
Emily can't keep a secret. She'd be like, that's not her real voice. She just did that because we have this podcast that like I'm a part of, but like not really, because like they fired me. And then she would like be like, they don't want me on it anymore. But when all reality is like she doesn't want to be on it. So yeah.
Yep. That was a lot of truth in that one sentence. Anyway, what else? Dallas. For people who don't know, which I think most people do that listen to this, but we are renovating our house here that we just bought in Dallas. And so what were your thoughts? What did you think of the renovations? How do you think it's going? What did you think of the area?
I love the area. I love your yard. I think it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The house, it finally like clicked to me because I had seen videos and I had been on FaceTime when Megan had been there. And like, it's just like not the same when you see it in person. So like, I
For sure.
couldn't quite understand Megan's vision. But then when I got there, I was like, ah, yes, all the chips are falling into place.
This accent. All right. I'll say my comments. Yes. She's doing a great job. It's going to be a surprise for me. Just like it's going to be a surprise for you. It's going to be a surprise for me what this turns out to look like because I have no idea.
It's probably going to be more of a surprise to you than it is to me.
That's true. Because
she shows me everything and she's like, what do you think of this? And I'm like, yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I don't. She used to show me and she would act like she wanted my feedback. And then I would say something. So
she doesn't want feedback.
This is what would happen. She'd be like, so Zach, like, what do you think of this? I'd be like, I like this like better or whatever. I want to do it this way. And she's like, okay, but I want to do it a different way. Or like, I don't like that. Or I like this one better. And I'd be like, okay, well then why are you asking me for feedback? And then that would make her angry because she's like, I want to include you. I want to hear what you think. But she really doesn't. She's kind of doing this to be nice. And so.
Yeah, we all kind of do that where it's like, we'll show you something and we'll be like, which one do you like? But we really just want you to say which one we like better. But we're not going to tell you which one we like better.
Yeah.
So it's
you
really
just want the
like
validation.
Yeah, it's like shot in the dark for you. Like you just got to like choose one and pray that it's right.
Yep, exactly. Which I'm not the best at. So it did cause not like fights, but a little annoyance on her end with me. And but now it's great because I have no idea what's going on. It's kind of similar to like our wedding planning. Like the wedding, I had zero say. I showed up and everything was a complete surprise to me. It looked amazing. Of course, she did a great job. It was the best. And I was happy with it. And so I feel like this is very similar. I'm just going to show up in the house, move in one day, and I'm going to love it. It's going to be great.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for my room.
Yep.
Maybe I'll get some Dallas dates lined out and like I can use my accent on them.
Speaking of which, you did go to the YSA, which...
yes. That was...
For people who don't know what that is, YSA is the Young Single Adult Ward in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a.k.a. the Mormons.
Mormons.
Yeah. So it's a very interesting place in general because it's just a lot of people that, I mean, they're literally there just to look to get married. Like they're looking for people to marry. And so it's kind of like you're in like this, like a feeding pen, you know, like where people are all like all the animals are looking for like the new hottest thing, you know, like who can I like talk to and who can I try and marry and go on a date with. And it's, you get some interesting folks there. All very nice, but interesting.
No, like sweet, like God bless his heart type of people. But like so I made Megan go with me because like I can't go alone. So the meeting had just gotten done and we're sitting there and I'm like, okay, let's sit here for a minute. Like because we were sitting in like the very back. So I was like, I'm going to try to see if I see any cute guys. And if I see a cute guy, we can like make our way up to the front and like try and talk to them, whatever. So I'm like sitting there looking like minding my own business, like people watching. And this guy comes out of nowhere and sits down next to us. And he was like, hey, you guys looked like you wanted somebody to come up and talk to you, but nobody was. And it made me sad for you. I'm so-and-so. What's your name? And I was like...
Flat out called you, you're a freaking loser, so I'll be nice and talk to you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm Amy. And I shook his hand. And first of all, it was sweaty. And second of all, if a guy, even if he did think that, say he felt like that deep down, like, oh, these two losers over here want someone to come talk to them. Why say that? Just be like, hey, are you guys new to the ward? I'm so-and-so. I'm Peter. It's like, don't insult somebody when you're going up and introducing yourself. It leaves a bad taste in their mouth. Literally, he left, and I turned to Megan, and I said, I think he just called us losers. And she was like, I think he did too. And then I felt like a loser, and I was like, I got to get out of here. But then I actually met these really cute girls who we actually have a lot of mutual friends with. And Anyway, so now we're friends, and she was like, next time you're in town, like, let's hang out, and I can introduce you to people, and we can like hang out with people, whatever. Anyway, so yeah.
Are you gonna keep switching in and out of your accent the entire episode?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
really
my
sticking
hell.
to it.
All right. Well,
I gotta practice for the date.
that's true.
I gotta
That's
practice
true.
doing it in like long increments.
I feel like some people are really gonna hate it, but that's all
Well,
right.
then they can shove it.
Anyway, yeah, YSAs. The hard thing about them is like when you actually go to one consistently, because you know everyone's looking for dates. You start you like have your friends in there, but then you know of other for like me, it was like other girls that would approach me. I knew they were just wanting to go on dates, and it's like I had no interest, but I like wanted to be nice, but then I also had to try to avoid them to not give them the signal that like I was interested. You know what I mean?
Well, and
So
sometimes you are like shouting that signal from the rooftops, and they don't pick up on that signal. And you're like, get
yeah,
away, get
that's
away, get
tough.
away. And they are like, do you want to go out? Like beating down your door. And you're like, no,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. But regardless, it was still good. Met some people there. Hopefully, you can go out with those girls.
I've been ramping it up on Hinge in Dallas. I've been talking to a handful of guys out there.
Wait,
So,
really?
yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. So,
Some cowboys?
no. Actually, I
Oh,
don't think any
okay.
of them are cowboys.
That's surprising.
Um, yeah. So, maybe I'll go out with them when we're in Dallas.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming out again in a couple weeks, so get some things lined up.
Exactly.
Exactly. What else is going on? What else happened in Dallas? Oh, TMI, but I think the pandemic hit me
The
when we
diarrhea
were in the.
pandemic.
Yeah, that was wild. We were driving, literally about to pull into the restaurant, 2 minutes away, and within those 2 minutes, I almost all over the car. It was very close.
Well,
It like hit me hard.
I am so thankful that you didn't all over the car because that would have been real gross and I would have thrown up everywhere. And
Honestly, it would have been so funny,
ugh.
but disgusting. Disgusting, but funny, just to like for the stories, for the memes.
Yeah, I just, they say that the diarrhea pandemic originated from Taco Bell. I looked that up and they said that's not true, but then somebody else said that it was true, just like in the Midwest.
I don't know what to think about. I heard it came from a farm, but like, yeah, Taco Bell
Yeah,
didn't,
because of the lettuce, iceberg lettuce. It was a
and
parasite that,
and they sold it to Taco Bell,
well, they
and
sold it to
then
Taco Bell and like a bunch of other places, I guess. I
got you,
don't know.
got you.
I don't know what to believe.
My heart goes out to anyone else that's had it because that was rough. I don't think I really had it, but maybe just like a little,
Well,
a
I
little
was going to say,
short one.
did you lose 25 pounds? Because I heard that's what happens when you get the diarrhea pandemic.
No, and that's wild. Everyone's saying, "Oh, I want to get it so I can lose 25 pounds." That's nuts.
That's what at least every girl is saying. I see it on my TikTok.
It's the new Ozempic. It's just the pandemic,
Yeah, it's just
the
like,
parasite,
like
the parasite.
some girl was like, she lived in Ohio, and she's like, I've hit like 5 Taco Bells, and not one of them has given me the pandemic. And she's like, I'm still waiting to lose my 25 pounds.
She's gained 15 pounds going to Taco Bell,
She's
eating all this
gained
food.
15 trying to lose the 25.
That reminds me of like, I love to quote The Office, but hey, you didn't watch it. There's a girl on there. She buys a tapeworm from someone else in the office just so she can lose.
Who is
like,
it?
Lose weight.
Is it
Ke-
Kelly?
Yeah.
I was gonna
That's a
say
good one.
Mindy, but that's her real name. That's not her character name.
Yeah, it's Kelly.
I
Anyway.
love when she like yells at Ryan,
Why do you love that?
because I just think she's funny.
She is funny. She is really good in the show. Also, another funny story from Dallas was us entering the lottery. Well, attempting to enter the lottery.
We are the world's biggest ding dongs.
No, we're truly
I
idiots.
think everyone in that gas station was like, I don't think these people are okay.
We are the world's biggest idiots.
Yeah, so I like desperately needed a white monster. I just was like, not good. So I made Zach go to a 7-Eleven, and Zach comes.
Speaking of which, do you start every day with a white monster?
Not every day.
Then why did we have to get you one every day?
Well, no, I was on vacation.
Okay. Really needed that white monster to start the day.
No,
when we went.
I did.
I guess he needed it before the podcast. We did the podcast one morning. Church another day.
Yeah, just those two. Because remember, I ruined my third one.
Oh, that's right.
Anyway,
yeah.
So we go to the 7-Eleven, and we had been talking about the lottery, and we see the tickets, and we were like, should we enter? So then we go up to the counter, and the guy's like, he gives us 2 pens, and he's like, go over there. And we were like, okay. So then we're like trying to figure out how to do it, and we're like filling in our numbers, and we're standing right in front of like the hot dog turner, where it's like the hot dogs just like a rotisserie chicken just like rolling on the stick thingies. It smelled awful, and we probably sat there for about 15 or 20 minutes filling out these damn lottery tickets, thinking,
saying a prayer, hoping we're inspired on the
literally. I was like, Heavenly Father, please help me pick the right numbers. And then,
oh, it's so true though.
And then we go up to the front. We hand the guy our tickets. He scans them, and he's like, "You guys didn't even fill them out right. They're not scanning." And we were like, "Well, what did we do wrong?" And he was like, "I don't know."
And I felt like the biggest idiot though, because we had like 10 people. There was a big line behind us.
No, that 7-Eleven was popping.
And for some reason, so everyone had seen us over there filling out numbers next to the freaking hot dogs. And they're like, what is wrong with these 2 people? Freaking idiots. Can't even scan the numbers right. But I guess God just did not want us entering that lottery.
No, he really didn't. He put a block on the scanner. You know how like sometimes like when guys don't like me, he puts the blocks on their mind. He put the block on the scanner, and he was like, not these 2.
Not these 2.
Yeah, and then after the 2 idiots got back in the car, Megan was like, well, where are the tickets? And we were like, we didn't even do it. So then we started talking about like, okay, well, what would you do with all the money if you won? It was like $600 million.
Yes.
And then we got into a fight because Zach was like, Amy, what would you do if we won?
And your idea sucked.
Well,
but keep going.
You asked me what my dream was, so I told you, and my dream wasn't good enough for you, but it's my dream.
Well, okay, everyone should hear your dream. Tell us what your dream is. Because I had never heard of such a more boring, basic dream. If you won $600 million, and this is what your dream is. Okay, go.
This is just my everyday life, okay? I'm saying I would still go and take like the most extravagant vacations, but what I would do, I would buy like hundreds of acres in Alpine. I don't even think there are hundreds of acres to buy, but I would buy it.
Alpine, Utah.
Yeah, Alpine, Utah. I would build my dream house. I would build my dream barn. I would buy my dream horses. I would buy some trucks, some really nice trailers, some really nice cars. And then I would like invest some, might buy a private jet so I can like fly wherever I want to. And other than that, then it's like I do whatever I want. I go shopping. I go to a vacation. I go to Europe. I can go do whatever the hell I want. It's my dream.
I know it is your dream.
That's my dream.
I get it.
I would hire some ranch hands. I don't know.
But it's just like I never heard someone say, my dream is to basically live the same life I live.
I do not live that life.
I mean, you're not far off. You have your horses. Maybe you don't have your own like ranch and stables and everything, but you rent, even you go to one, like, you know what I mean? So it's not that far off of what your life is.
Yeah, but this is my dream. You asked me what my dream was.
Yeah, and I know, and I like just how it makes you mad that I can't accept it. It makes me mad that like that's your dream, but I guess it is what it is.
So what's your dream? What's your $600 million dream?
600 mil hits the bank account, which I would
No,
just lose my
it
mind.
like honestly makes me sick a little to think about. But like that's not happening
Like,
to us.
I know. It's like I hear stories of people that like sell their businesses, especially in my previous job. I would hear a lot about people that would sell their businesses, and they just get a wire that hits their account one morning of just like hundreds of millions of
Makes me
dollars.
sick.
It's just like, could you imagine?
If somebody out there wants to wire me something, let me know.
Michael, you hear that?
Michael, tell me your bank account information so I can wire myself some money.
But anyway, okay, that hits my bank account. I see that. First thing, getting on Zillow, buying a house in Hawaii, right
So
on the
you're
beach.
gonna buy a house. You're not just gonna build your dream house exactly how you want it. You already want to buy it built and used. See, your dream
That is
sucks
a
already.
valid point. Yes, I'd want to build a house, but this wouldn't be my forever house in Hawaii. This would just be like a vacation house. I'd make sure it's a good one. I'm gonna have a lot of money, so I'm gonna buy a good one in Hawaii, and then honestly don't have the full plan because I don't know where I'd want to build my forever house. And sorry, it's most likely not going to be in Utah.
That's rude.
It's the truth. So, are you texting someone right now?
Yeah,
What
sorry,
are
I'm
you doing?
texting Drew.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I'll keep going on my dream while you're not paying attention.
No, I am paying attention.
But see, just like, oh, my dream doesn't matter to you. You're not listening to my
Well,
dream.
it's because
Just over here texting as I explain it.
you told me for like all weekend how stupid my dream was.
Okay, I don't tell you all weekend.
Okay, you told me for like 20 minutes.
Thank you for bringing down your exaggeration. So I'd buy a private jet so I could fly anywhere. But I do know, like, my house, that would be, full basketball court, massive
Golf simulator.
swimming pool. I'd want to build like a golf hole in my backyard.
Oh, okay. 9 holes or 18?
No, just like one or two.
Oh.
And then I'd like join a country club. You know what I mean? So I could go golfing
that's
whenever I
true.
wanted.
You could join like hundreds of country clubs.
I don't know what to do after that, but I would probably want it in either like Texas or maybe Florida.
Rhode Island.
Oh, that's actually a great point. It just gets too cold. I don't like the cold.
I just want to know, have you watched Real Housewives of Rhode Island yet? I want to know your take on the Islanders.
No, I have not. I have not watched it. And it's going to take me some time to be able to watch that because I just don't have the interest,
Okay, well, next time you're flying to Utah, I want you to download just one episode.
Okay. I've been watching some great shows, though. But we don't need to talk about them. People don't like hearing about that, I don't think. But I love talking about shows. If anyone's listening or watching Lucky or Cape Fear, please let me know.
Is that the one with the haunted island?
No, that's Widow's Bay. That was fantastic. Anyway, so that would be my dream, and mine's better than yours, and it's fine. What about your pop culture updates?
It's like all my For You pages right now. Okay, I gotta lose the accent for this because it's like serious.
Oh, no.
Have you heard of the Lindsay Clancy case?
Megan was explaining this to me a little bit, but I really don't know too much.
It is so devastating, and like I am so torn. Like, do you know what happened?
No.
So they actually live in Rhode Island.
Okay.
Husband and wife, they had 3 darling little kids.
Okay.
And she was going through like postpartum. She had just had a baby like 8 months ago. Mm-hmm. Going through postpartum. She was like getting really, really depressed. She knew she was getting depressed. Like she was trying to get help. So she was going to see like all these different doctors. They were putting her on all these different medications, and then she felt like they weren't working. So then they were upping the medications and just like messing with her mind.
Mm-hmm.
And so then she like was having like these really, really like dark, horrible thoughts about herself and the kids. And she like told her husband about it, and he was like, okay, so they went to like this mental health facility. She was there, I think, for half a day, and they were like, you're not as bad as like, I don't know if they like didn't think that she met like certain criteria to be there. I don't know exactly, but she was only there for half a day. She left. Then she kept taking all these different medications. She kept like a journal of like how they were making her feel, how much she was taking, when she was taking it. And then she went to this other place, and she was there for 5 days. The treatment course was like, you're here for 5 days, and then after the 5 days we reevaluate, and then we either like admit you full time or we let you go. So after the 5 days they let her go, essentially being like, you're not crazy enough, or like the 5 days did you great, whatever, get out.
Okay.
So she ends up, her kids,
No.
all 3 of them.
No. All 3?
All 3.
How?
And then, it's so sickening. She took them into the basement.
No.
And she strangled them with exercise bands. And then she went upstairs. And she she cut her wrists and her throat, and she jumped out the window.
And she survived.
She survived. She's paralyzed, but she survived. So the husband comes home. The house is dead silent, and he was like, hello, like, Lindsay, the kids, whatever. He goes upstairs into the room, breaks down the door because it was locked. He said it looked like a hose went off of just like blood. And he saw that the window was open. So he looked over. He sees that she's there. He goes running downstairs. He's like trying to talk to her. She's like in and out of consciousness. And he's like, Lindsay, where are the kids? And she finally was like, they're in the basement. So he's on the phone with 911 this whole time. Mm-hmm. And he still doesn't know that his kids are dead yet. Like, he just thinks that they're like locked in the basement. Like, she put them in the basement and then killed herself. Or tried to. He goes in the basement and he starts screaming. He finds his kids.
I just got the chills. I don't like this.
He tried doing CPR. The paramedics get there. They tried doing CPR. They couldn't ever revive the kids. They revived the 8-month-old, but he had no brain activity. So all 3 of his kids died.
Okay.
And so this was 3.5 years ago. Mm-hmm. All this happened. Now she's just getting to trial. The trial started like last week.
Oh my gosh.
So the prosecution is trying to paint the picture as she knew what she was doing. She was not in psychosis. And she's trying to essentially like get away with it by pleading like mental illness.
Yeah.
So the prosecution is saying that she premeditated and she just wanted to kill the kids. But her defense team is saying they're not denying that she killed the kids. Like, she has admitted that she killed the kids, but they are saying that she was in psychosis. She was trying to get all this help. People knew, her doctors knew, her husband knew, her parents knew, his parents knew that she was having these really, really dark, intrusive thoughts about hurting herself, hurting the kids. And essentially, no one helped her, or she wasn't seeing the right doctors, and they just like were not helpful. And I'm torn because it's like, on one hand, do I think like the doctors and the medical system failed her? Yes, I do think that. But on the other hand, if one of my sisters or one of my friends came to me and they were like, I'm having like these dark, horrible thoughts about hurting myself and my kids, I would not ever leave them alone with the kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, he was only gone for, I think, like 20 to 30 minutes.
Ugh.
But still, it's like,
Uh,
don't, when somebody is having those kind of thoughts and like, you know, that they're really struggling mentally and they're on all these different medications and they're going like this, it's just like, maybe don't leave your kids alone with that person. Like, make sure
yeah, but
somebody else is there.
I know, but it's like you think like, oh, I'm just gonna be gone for 20 minutes. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, it's gonna be like I'll be, really quick. I I feel sick. I do not like hearing stories. Like, this. Like, anything to do with like kids
Yeah.
and like families, like something that destroys a family and all that. I do not deal well with that. Like, I could not imagine being that dad.
Yeah.
Seeing
So
that. Oh my gosh.
the internet is like really torn. Like, some people are like, it's his fault.
Uh-huh.
But then other people are like, well, no, it's her doctor's fault. Like, she tried to get help. She was trying to do, like, they did everything they could. They were going to these mental health facilities
Yeah.
and like telling their doctors, like, she was keeping meticulous notes about how she was feeling. And like, there was like an external voice like talking to her. And actually, this girl that we know a few years ago, she was having like really, really bad depression, really bad anxiety. And she told us that her doctor put her on Zoloft, which is what this Lindsay Clancy girl was on. And she said it sent her into a psychosis. And she heard a voice, like this creepy, like male voice. And it was saying like, kill yourself, kill this person. And she told her dad, and her mom and dad like took her to a facility. And she had to stay there for a week until the Zoloft was out of her system. And she was like, I can't take medicine like that because it does send me into a psychosis. And like, for some people, medicine makes it worse than it makes it better. And so it's like,
that's frightening.
when I hear a story like that, I'm like, okay, well, so then it, like, she really like was not all there. Like, she was in a psychosis. But then on the other hand, it's like, she was keeping like these meticulous notes, and she knew exactly how long he was going to be gone for. She talked to the pharmacist on the phone while he was at CVS. She talked to the takeout restaurant that she ordered takeout at. And it's like, she did kind of have it planned because she knew exactly how long he was going to be gone for.
That's tough. So where do you stand? What's your...
I don't know. Like, I'm so torn. And other, like, people are freaking out that he got remarried. And it's like, what? Like, it's been 3 years, 3.5, 4 years. Like, is he not allowed to move on?
And like, there's no one's going to forget. Like,
No.
I guarantee he still suffers like crazy from all of that.
Yeah, especially, like, so the paramedics, so he was, like, the first witness called. And I think his testimony was for like the first like 2 or 3 days. And then after, it was the paramedics who were like, went to his house and everything, and their testimonies about like how he was when he found the kids. Like, they had to call a second ambulance for him because he was just like, the one paramedic guy was like, I'll never forget like the sound of his screams. And he was just like so distraught.
Yeah.
I mean, as you would be, but it's so sad. But people are just like so torn over it, of like where they stand.
Well, that just really brought a dark cloud over my night.
Yeah, sorry. Well, this is like the biggest thing. Like, it's all over my TikTok.
Interesting. From the outside perspective, obviously I know nothing. And I have not listened to I literally did not know any of that. I thought I knew some of it. I didn't. So everything you told me was all new to me. I'll give you my breakdown.
Okay.
What
go.
I think. Okay. This is all Zach's thoughts. This is where like medicine scares me because people just get prescribed things. I understand doctors are trying to help. They have so many patients to see. It's so hard for them to like become really personal with somebody because they have 10 other people waiting in other offices, other rooms down, in the building that they have to go see that are all waiting on them too. So it's like hard to sit and have a conversation, get to know somebody. But I do feel like a lot of times in just our system, the way it's set up, it's like you go there you say something and they just write you prescription and be like, go, like, there you go. Hope this works for you.
Yeah.
But like with a medication like that is so dangerous that like it can put voices in your head and cause you to have those issues. And especially I didn't know about that. Like the story about your friend having that, like that's terrifying.
Well,
because
and what's so scary, like luckily my friend, like she went to like a good place and they were like, okay, yes, like you have to stay here until it's out of your system and like you can't take medicine like this. But what's sad for this Lindsay Clancy girl is instead of her doctors doing that, they were just upping her dose or like switching medication and being like, take 500 milligrams of this. And like
it's
on my TikTok, like when people like review the day or whatever in court, I'll read the comments and so many of the comments are like, I'm a doctor or I'm a nurse or I'm whatever. And they're like, I'm sickened at the amount of medication that she was prescribed and like the milligrams that she was prescribed. Like it's not normal.
And it's so hard though, because like I understand the doctor's standpoint though of like it's their job. And unfortunately, the way everything's set up, it's a business.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to make money. They're trying to churn out as many patients as possible. And that's not their fault. That's just the way what they have to do. And so, I mean, it just the fact that they probably just were throwing these medications, hoping it worked. Like didn't want to have to keep, just wanted her to feel better. But like, what are they supposed to do? You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's really hard. And you definitely can't overlook that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like she was writing everything down, as you said. She was premeditating everything. So it's yeah, I get why you're torn, and I am too, but it's hard for me to just be like, oh, that was all a mental thing.
Yeah.
But if you had voices in your head because of medicine, like that's freaky.
Yeah.
Like I've never dealt with that, but that would be terrifying.
I mean, yeah.
And would cause you. And if you have voices all the time telling you to do things, that could take you away from being yourself for sure.
Yeah.
But
the whole thing is so crazy, and I just like I truly am so torn, and I think everybody is. Like I think everybody is like, yeah, like what she did was so awful. Like yeah, she should honestly go raw or like get the death penalty. If I were her, I would be like, I want the death penalty. Like I would want to die.
Oh, 100%. If I had. I mean, I can't even say that sentence. Like what I was about to say. I can't even say it. But if you were dealing with that, I would be like, yeah, kill me.
Yeah.
Get me out. Like, I do not want to be here. I don't deserve to be alive. Kill me.
Yeah, that's what I would have to do that. But I can't remember where I was going with that thought.
Well, I think I get what you're saying, though. It was, anyway. That's a tough one, and I don't like talking about those things. But what's your second pop culture? Please tell me it's a little more lighthearted.
It's a lot more lighthearted than that.
Thank heavens.
Alix Earle and her family reality show trailer dropped. Earle Meets World, and that is like dropping in like a month. I think it's like September, like first week of September. And it actually looks so good. Like I am so excited. I love Alix Earle so much. I love her family. I think her family dynamic is so interesting. Do you know anything about it?
Nada.
Okay.
I just know she's like the Get Ready With Me girl, OG.
Yes. No. She is from New Jersey. She has, I think her mom and her dad just had her and her sister.
Okay.
Or maybe there's 3 sisters that her mom and her dad had. Then her dad gets caught having an affair with an escort. Oh. She's like a high class escort.
What is a high class escort? What does that even mean?
Like she was like a prostitute for like politicians. Like she had what's his name? Anyway, so she was a high class escort. She was an escort for like the mayor of New York or some like high politician in New York. And when it all came out, it like her name, her face was everywhere.
She was an escort for the mayor of New York.
Don't quote me on that, but yeah, or some high up politician in New York or DC, something like that.
And people know that that's like a public thing. Okay, interesting.
Yes. So when it all came out, her name, her face was everywhere. I'm pretty sure she did like a TV interview about it. Like
Okay.
it's not a secret. Like she is very open about it. Anyway, so the dad ends up marrying her.
Married the escort.
Married the escort, and I think they have 2 kids together. And so it's
When
like
did this happen?
it's like this blended family. And
What's
like
his name?
the
I have to see
mom-
this escort.
Literally just Google, I think her name is Ashley. Google Alix Earle's dad. I don't know his name.
Ashley Earle. That is wild.
Yeah. So, but they're like friends. Like the mom will go out with her ex-husband and the mistress wife and like her daughters and like her ex-husband's new kids. Like they'll all go out. They'll go on vacations together. Like they're all friends.
Okay, this is interesting.
And like they're so open about it. And Alix is like, I get that like it's a weird family dynamic. And like she did not like the mistress at first. Like when it all came out, like I think she said she like didn't speak to her for like the first few months or whatever. And like they were trying to sabotage it. But then, I mean, obviously it ended up working out. They've been together for like years and years and years now.
That's craziness. Okay.
Yeah. So they've been filming a reality show for like the last, I don't know, like 9 months or whatever. I mean, I don't know if they've been filming it for 9 months, but I think they started filming when she was on Dancing with the Stars, or maybe right when she ended Dancing with the Stars, because like Val is in the trailer. Anyway, so I think they'll dive into like her breakup with Braxton Berrios, because everybody is like, get back together with him. Like you guys were so perfect together, whatever. Anyway, so I'm like so excited for that.
It's just insane to me, just the way the world is now, where creators that like she did Get With Me at TikToks, and now she's literally one of the most famous people like in America.
Yeah.
Doing a TV show on Dancing with the Stars, like all this stuff just from doing TikToks.
Just because she was a hot girl at U Miami and started recording herself and telling like crazy stories when she did her makeup.
I mean, good for her. Like,
No,
that's
like,
awesome.
It is so amazing. And like the stuff that she's doing to help like U Miami, like she has a scholarship now and she'll like go speak at like, she just spoke at Harvard like a few months ago.
That's
like,
wild.
It's amazing what she's built.
Only if this podcast could take off just like her.
I know. But it did make me think like, I mean, obviously our lives are nowhere near as interesting as her life.
Yeah.
But I was like, what would it be like if we had a TV show? Not that wait, this just reminded me. Did I tell you about the call I had?
No.
A producer called me.
Oh, no.
And was like, and we have spoken to them before, but like years and years and years ago when we were like actively trying to get a reality show, like before I think you were even in the picture.
Okay.
And she was like, I want to run something past you, like you and your family, like, would you ever be open to doing this show? And she was telling me about the show. And literally I was like offended that she even like thought that we would even do that show. I can't say because she kept saying confidential on the call.
Uh-huh.
She kept being like, and confidentially XYZ. And like, confidentially XYZ. And I was like, okay. So I really can't say until it announces, and then I'll be like, that's what they wanted us to do. But I literally was like, why would you even call us for that? And it had to do with the kids. And I was like, my sisters, like, they really have slowed down posting their kids. Like Megan doesn't post her kids. Rachel hardly ever posts her kids. And Emily will post her kids in like a basketball or a dance setting of like, they did this competition or they did this tournament, whatever. And I'm like, so no, we would not want, if we even were to talk about doing a show, we would not want the kids involved.
Also, have I told you about what this, so I met someone, I can't remember where and why, but I met someone who their job, I think it was from at school, it was like their spouse, she worked with her mom, and her mom was like a detective, a special agent thing, like undercover thing, but like a paid one, not with the government. And she focused all on like child pedophile stuff and all that kind of thing, which is like, I couldn't imagine what she sees.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she was like talking to us. She's like, oh, so do you guys post your kids online? And Megan's like, oh, no, I'm really starting to, I don't want to do it anymore. And she's like, that's really good, because like on the dark web and stuff, especially with AI, like people are taking kids' pictures and like using AI to, make them have no clothes on and all this crazy stuff. She's like, if it were me, I would never put my kids online, just because of what her mom has seen, what people are doing with it now. It's just like so disturbing. But anyway, keep going. Sorry.
Anyway, no, that was it. We were on the call for maybe 10 minutes, and I was just like, no, we would not. We don't want our kids to be involved with anything, and like, we don't want to be involved with like a franchise of a show. Like, if we were to do something, which very, very like strong, if it would just be like our family. And she was like, okay, yeah, no, like I totally get that. I just thought I would like call and like see like where you guys were. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Any reality TV show, please don't do. But yeah, that was an interesting call to have.
Yeah, I was just, and also, why are you calling me? I don't even have kids. So it's not like I wouldn't have even been in the show. Everyone
just knows you're the gateway. Like, talk to Amy and then you'll connect to the other people.
No, at first. Okay, so this is how it all came out. So my mom texted us, and it was a screenshot that this lady had texted my mom. And I was like, oh, like, unless she can find me, like, unless she can get me on a show about, like, finding me a cowboy. Like, you know how there's, like, Farmer Wants a Wife? But, like, I want a cowboy. I don't want to be going and, like, wrestling pigs in the mud like they make the girls do on Farmer Wants a Wife. So I was like, unless she can get me a show like that, like, I'm not interested. So then she was like, oh, like, maybe that's a good idea. Like, I'll give her your number. I'm like, okay. So I thought that this lady was calling to talk to me about, like, casting for a reality show or a dating show or, I don't know, something like that. And then, no, it was nowhere near that. And I was like, lady.
That's funny. You know what my dream thing to do with you, though, is?
What?
Please, can we do this? Just find one boy to come on and do, like, kind of a live date. But also with me being able to do, like, feedback and say crap to him during the time. Be like, if he asks a stupid question, I can be like, dude, why in the F did you ask that question?
No,
you know what I mean?
What we need to do, I'll send it to you. We need to do what Juliana Rancic and Jason, I don't know his last name, from E! did with Zuri. They, like, did, like, a fake date, but Zuri had a microphone in her ear, and Juliana and Jason were telling her what to say. It's hilarious. I'll send you the clip. It's so funny. So it's like, I would do that, but, like, I couldn't do it on the podcast. Like, I would be, like, so, like, not.
Okay, but what if it was just, like, framed as complete practice? You know what I mean? Like, what if I found someone that you had been out with before?
I would just be nervous. Like, I wouldn't be like.
But even if with me there, I feel like. Okay, granted, we've only been on, like, a couple double dates ever. But I feel like if you had me there, you would be a little more comfortable. And especially if I was talking. So, because it would feel like we're a team against the one guy. You know what I mean? And, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to be myself or, like, be, like, normal, because I would be like, everything I say or do is going to get scrutinized.
Well, no, the whole thing, I wouldn't want to be giving you feedback. It would just be like a fly on the wall scenario, or.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, then you post it online and it's like, this is why, or she does this.
But that would be funny, though. They're like, who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it's just like, then it, like, gets in your head.
But you can't read that stuff.
but obviously I would read it.
All right. But one time, like, what if I did? What if all of a sudden you just popped on the show? I was like, oh, Amy, you ready? Like, and we did the online one, and there's another guy in the show.
I would be like, who are you?
Would you be angry?
Like, if you were like, hey, you're on a date. Yeah, I would be like, what
No. I wouldn't do that. That'd be super weird. Like, that would not be fun to listen to. But anyway, we'll see. I think it would be funny. So that was some interesting pop culture. The second one, Alix Earle, I'm going to have to watch that with Megan. That seems kind of wild.
I am going to be sat.
Thank you for the lingo, the sat.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Or you're going to be horizontal, most likely.
I'll be horizontal, watching Earl Meets World.
Oh my gosh. You're a freak. Well, I'm trying to think. There wasn't any write-ins this week, so no judge and jury, unfortunately. But
actually, I thought of a judge and jury.
Oh.
I don't know why I thought of this.
Okay, let's hear it.
If I'm being honest, I was going to be fake and be like, somebody wrote in, but I can't be
thanks
fake.
Thanks for not being fake. Yeah.
So, you know how
fake.
like...
As you did a southern accent half of the freaking show. You can't be fake. But keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, so you know how like when you're driving, like your mind just like starts to wander and like you just think, you're just like thinking. And then all of a sudden you're like, how did I start thinking about this? This is so weird. So yeah, I've been driving my truck and my trailer. I've been practicing. Oh, for those who don't know, I bought a horse trailer. She's gorgeous. And
the money is just stacking up for these horses. Keep going.
We don't speak about that. If we don't speak about it, then it doesn't happen. It doesn't exist.
Freaking magic over at the Scholars right now.
So anyway...
Yeah.
So I'm just like cruising along, practicing driving with my truck and my trailer. And I just start thinking, because I saw somebody get pulled over. And I was like, I wonder, like, how funny would it be if I pretended like somebody wrote in for a judge and jury and was like, I got pulled over. It's a girl who gets pulled over on my way home from Pilates. I was in like a sports bra. And the cop said, if you flashed me, I won't give you a ticket. So I flashed the cop, and I go home and tell my husband or my boyfriend, whoever it is, and he is, like, furious at me. Like, who's in the wrong? Like, I saved, like, a $200 ticket for flashing this guy that I'll probably never see again. Like, literally. And then at the end of the scenario, I was like, that was really weird. Like...
Just the weird inner Amy thought. Okay, wait, no, for real though. Say the cop was like, all right, you were speeding super fast, so it's either a $500 or $600 ticket, or show me your tits. What would you do?
Well, here's the thing. I'm probably not the best person to ask because I'm really exposing myself. Like, I would just use Michael's credit card and pay off the ticket.
Okay. Let's pretend you don't have the credit card, okay? You don't have the magical card that just makes things appear. And you actually have to worry about $500 or $600 like the rest of us.
Okay, if I was dead broke, like...
No, let's just say
living paycheck to paycheck, and you're like, ooh, it's gonna be tight this month. Like, then maybe yeah.
You would legit consider showing the cop your tits.
If I didn't have another option, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't because I don't have to think about that, luckily. But.
That's wild.
Like if one of my friends was like, a cop told me to flash him and he wouldn't give me a ticket and they told me that they did, I would be like, oh my gosh, that's like creepy, but like kind of funny. But like, if I was in that position, I don't think I could do it.
If Megan came back and legit was like, I flashed the cop, showed him my tits to
Just
save
like,
$600.
woo!
I'd like, high five, sister. Great job. Hell yeah.
Would you actually? No, you would be mad.
No!
You would be so
I'd be freaking
upset.
pissed. I think, yeah, I'd be like, what the hell? Well, I actually want to be most mad at Megan. I'd be mad at this cop, creepy cop. I would be going down there to I would try and sue the police station.
Or
That's
get
what I'd
him
be doing.
fired. Bribery is not a sin.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for?
A sin? Yes.
It's
is a sin.
illegal. That's what I was looking for.
Yes, thank you. We're at a church, so it's illegal. But I'd be going for him, not necessarily for Megan too. I'd be like, gosh dang, $600. You're willing to show your tits to anybody? Like, well, let's just get an OnlyFans going and start making some money.
So here's my question to all the listeners out there. If you were to get
Yeah.
pulled over, okay, this is the other thing. It's like, is he a hot cop or is he like some dirty old geezer? If he was a hot cop, I'd be like, or I'd be like, take me to dinner, sir. Are you married? Take me to dinner. Are you single? Maybe that would be like a great like meet cute. Not the tits thing, not the tits thing, but maybe he was like, all right, I won't give you a ticket if you go to dinner with me. That would actually be cute. I would read a romance novel about that. And then this would be my romance novel. If I was like an author, this is what I would do because I love like a damsel in distress situation. So this girl, her life is in disarray, right? Like something happens, she's frazzled. She's driving super fast. The cop, hottest cop you've ever seen in your life. He's 6'5", muscly, like ripped. Anyway, you get it. Tall, dark, and handsome. Pulls you over.
Yeah, you're right over there. You're getting a little hot.
He is like stopped in his tracks. You're the most beautiful girl he's ever seen in his life. He's the most hottest man you've ever seen in your life. And you are both like love at first sight. And he's like, okay, I'm not going to give you a ticket. Only if you go to dinner with me. And then she's like, oh my gosh, no, like that's so weird. Like just give me the ticket. And he's like, no, I won't give you the ticket, but you have to go to dinner with me. And she's like, well, no, I'm not going to dinner with you. I have to go. She drives away. He has her information. He low key stalks her, but not in a creepy way. He like goes to her place of work. Say she works at, I don't know where she works. She works somewhere where there are patrons. At a restaurant. She's a hostess at a restaurant.
She works at Panera Bread.
No, something cuter than that.
Okay, keep going. It doesn't
Anyway,
matter.
she works somewhere cute. He walks in, and he's just trying to play it off like, she works at a coffee shop. Cute coffee shop. And he's like, oh, I just came in for my coffee with his canine. He has a canine. And he's like, I brought my dog in to get the pup cup. And she's like, you're stalking me. And he's like, no, I'm not. I just brought my pup in to get the pup cup. And then she finally is like, okay, fine, I'll go out with you. And then some bad guy from her past, like a stalker psycho ex, is stalking her and putting her life in danger. And the cop and the dog have to save her. I love it. Somebody write it.
Are you done yet?
Somebody call Elsie Silver and tell her to write it.
Okay, well.
Don't you think that was a good plot? I thought that was a fabulous plot.
Seemed kind of basic.
Well, I am pretty basic, so.
But hold on. Let's go back to the original thought here. That was a crazy random thing to be thinking about.
I know.
About you willing to show your tatas to the cop to get out of a ticket.
It was not about me.
That was insane.
It was about the listener who was writing in for judge and jury. This was not about me. This was about the thought, like kind of like my Barbie storylines. It's like my storyline for the fake listener that, because I was just thinking like, oh, what if we don't have a judge and jury? Maybe this could be a good one. I'm just thinking out loud here.
Wild one. I think Shannon might have a heart attack.
Yeah,
over this one.
I don't think she's going to like this episode, if I'm being honest.
Regardless, continuing on our thoughts of judge and jury, I had something too on judge and jury. This was from me.
Did you have a fake scenario too?
No, it was kind of like, okay, this is what happened. And this is like meant to be weird, but it's like, have you ever gone to an elevator after someone had been in it? Like, you don't know who, but it's like, it smells really good.
Oh,
And
I
it's
thought
like
you were going to
maybe-
say
for
it
me,
smells
it's
like fart.
No, gosh.
Because I have gotten on the
So-
elevator and I'm like, somebody shot their pants in here.
I mean, yeah, we've all done that. And I've definitely done that and then gotten out of the elevator.
You're like, see ya.
Yeah, freaking left a bomb in there.
Gosh.
Anyway, so, but no, but like, oh, that smells really good. And then I was like, I would be curious to know what that is, because maybe like, oh, I get that for Megan or something. But then I'm like, okay, that's too far. That's weird to like ask someone like, oh, like you smell good. What is it? Because that's kind of seems flirty.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I totally get what you're saying. I think if you phrase it as like, my wife is looking for a new perfume and I like the smell. What are you wearing? I think if you phrased it as that and like not flirty, like if you were just literally like, my wife wants a new perfume, I want to get her one, and I like that smell. What is it? I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you were like, oh my gosh, oh good golly Jay. Wait, hold on. That was British. Oh, hold on. I'm getting my accents confused.
Your brain is
I
shorting.
really am losing it right now. My southern accent, I gotta like lock it in. She
Okay,
would be
come
like, you would be like, oh my word, you smell delicious. What is that perfume
my
that you're
gosh.
wearing? I could just gobble you up. Like, yeah, that would be.
Gobble you up. You smell delicious. That is insane to say to somebody. Like a guy, could you imagine a guy coming up to you? Wow, Amy, you smell so good. I could just gobble you up. You smell delicious.
No, I would be terrified.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be like,
but no, if
are
I
you
was like,
Jeffrey Dahmer?
but like, is this flirty if I'm like, okay, first off, I would never do this. Like, this was just something that came to my mind. Similar to your tits thing. What if I was just like, hey, like, you smell really good. Like, what is it?
No, you can't even say that. You have to lead it off by saying, my wife is looking for a perfume. I like the smell. What are you wearing? You have to
Okay.
keep it like so, and you have to lead it off with, my wife is looking for a new perfume.
Or-
I want to get her one. What are you wearing?
Yeah, I want to get my wife a new perfume, and I think you smell great, or I think it smells great what
No,
you're wearing.
you can't even say that. You
You can't give the compliment. You can't like.
you just have to say, I want to buy my wife a new perfume. What are you wearing? Or what's a good one? What are your recommendations?
Yeah, see, like I would never do this in general. It just sounds incredibly creepy. But I just was thinking about that, and I was thinking like, what other things are like too far where they seem flirty, but you're like not trying to be. You know what I mean?
It's all about how you word it. If you were to be like, wow, you smell really good. What's that perfume? That's flirty. But if you say, my wife wants a new perfume. I want to buy her one. You don't even have to say, what are you wearing? You can just be like, what are your top 3 favorite perfumes? And then she gives you the top 3 and you go figure out which one it is.
Anyway, that was a wild turn out of flashing a cop to make sure you don't get a ticket or to try to get out a ticket. And my takeaway was that you would do it.
No, I would not do it. The takeaway was I would use Michael's credit card. And you know what? He would want me to use his credit card. And then he would go down to the police station and be like, who the F said that to my daughter?
That was episode 30. Anything, last remarks, anything else you wanted to say? Anything else that's been just eating away at you?
No.
Okay, great. Thanks. Good thought. Well, want to sign us off with your newscaster voice?
Yes. Ready?
Go for it.
Okay. And that is our episode. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 30. We are your hosts, Amy and Zach. Follow us anywhere you get your podcasts. That's Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. And we will see you next week.
Oh my gosh. Please bless that we don't have to hear that freaking accent next week. Bye.
So cute. It's so cute.